Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Hanging Out in the Garage. This week we're going to be getting into this primary. Going to be doing a little bit of a clutch upgrade. Well, let's roll that intro first. Went with the Cyclorama 570-2 cams. Replaced the entire cam chest was replaced. Went up into the rocker boxes, put rocker lockers in the rocker assembly, and replaced the breather, the rocker box breathers. And so I decided, now that I'm going to have a little bit more horsepower and a little bit more torque, I probably needed to do something with this clutch so I can transfer that little bit of added power and torque, so I can transfer it back there to the rear wheel and to the asphalt. And so after talking with a few people, I mean, my clutch is in good shape, no slipping, everything's good with it, and it's not like, I mean, this is a twin cam 103. It's not like it's putting down, even after the stage 2, it's not putting down big numbers. I don't know, I'd have to have it dyno to tell you what it is, but you know, I'm figuring it's probably 97, 98 horsepower, somewhere around in there, and probably 105 to 110 foot-pounds of torque, roughly. So like I said, not a ton of power. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to go with the variable pressure plate. And so I picked this up from Fuel Moto, and it's the AIM. This is a straight bolt-on. It's a nice pretty green anyway. I'll still be using the stock spring. I didn't opt to go with a heavy spring because with this setup, with the stock spring, it's rated for 130 horsepower, 130 foot-pounds of torque. I'm nowhere near that, so there was no sense in me stepping up to the heavy spring. Supposedly this is a straightforward install, so I'm probably just going to jump right into it. First thing we got to do is get this primary off. That's a T27, and so I'm just going to go around and loosen these up. Okay, let me grab a socket for that. Okay, this is a 10 millimeter, which for the life of me, I find it hard to believe we got a 10 millimeter. Of course, brake calipers are metric too, so let me break these loose. All right, now this piece here, you're supposed to slightly bend it up just a little bit. I don't think it's a ton. And by the way, this was purchased through Fuel Moto. I don't know if I mentioned that, but if you're looking at the Fuel Moto website, their directions ain't going to help you if you got a hydraulic clutch. Now this thing is supposed to just drop down in here, and I don't know that it matters how, but we'll figure that out. Okay, it comes with all new hardware, washers and bolts. These, if I'm not mistaken, they're a metric head, a number 5. Yep, I think that's a 5. Yep, that's a number 5 metric. Pretty sure these do not get any Loctite, because I could tell by the bolts that come off of it there was no Loctite on it, and the directions don't say anything about putting any Loctite on it. Now, trying to get this thing lined up has not been easy. Okay. Finally got everything lined up. I'm going to say that probably was not the easiest thing in the world to line up. Certainly doesn't look as easy as the directions say. But anyway, I'm just going to snug these up. Like I said, I never did find a torque setting on those, but I can tell you the ones that came out were not real tight, so I'm just going to put it like, a couple of ugga-duggas on it. Just going to kind of rotate how I'm tightening them up. There we go. That's probably 2 ugga-duggas. All right. Let me get that derby cover back on. Now that one I do torque, and it'll get a little bit of blue Loctite. So hang on, let me grab my torque wrench. Okay, the torque settings for your derby cover is 84 inch-pounds to 108. So I usually always try to go in the middle, so I'm going to set these at 95 inch-pounds is where I'm going to set them. And there we have it. It took, I don't know, half hour, beginning to end, maybe that long, not real sure, or less than a half hour. Like I said, wasn't the easiest thing in the world to line back up. I'm probably gonna go ahead and put the jack under here, raise the back tire off the lift, and probably go ahead and start this up, put it in gear, let that clutch out, make sure nothing's grinding in here, just to give it a once over. I'm not going to put that on the video though, unless it goes south. I might put that on the video. But anyway, thank you all for joining in for another episode of Hanging Out in the Garage. Who knows what'll come up next. If you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button. Well, thank you guys, and we'll see y'all later.